And welcome back to another edition of Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Today we're continuing on with the master levels, this time the Garrison. Now you may recall in 1995, the master levels were released as a series of individual maps, 20 in total, 21 if you include the secret map attached to one of those maps. And they were played as individual maps or individual mod mods. But since then, Doom enthusiasts have created various patches to allow you to play all the master levels as one continuous game, which is how I prefer it, and that's what I'm doing through this series of videos. The patch that I use, I found simply on Doom World called master_psn.zip. I find it works quite well. Perhaps it'll work just as well for you. Now, the game is powered by GZDoom. We are using the Doom 2 Hell on Earth platform, and we're playing on the Ultra Violence difficulty setting. Our goal, of course, is to get 100% in all three of the categories, namely the kills, the secrets, and the items. I do hope to show you how to get 100% in all three. I would normally show you the number of each, but as you see when we load up the Garrison, there are enemies closing in on all sides. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to first clear the room to our left. If you see on the screen, there's a shotgunner there, and try to clear that room without taking too much damage. And then once things settle down, I think, and I'm able to kind of take a breather, I'll show you the number of kills, secrets, and enemies. So if you'll allow me to go ahead that way, why don't we go ahead and get going, and we'll take on the shotgunner to our left. Using our pistol now, we can pick up the shotgun from that shotgunner. The most dangerous enemy is the chain gunner, which we've now disposed of. And now we can go ahead and take the chain gunner's chain gun. Okay, well, there are other enemies coming, but why don't we go ahead and have a look? So we've already disposed of 10 enemies, but there are 113 to be had. There are 5 secrets, and there are 24 items to pick up. Like I said, I do hope to be able to show you how to get 100% in all 3 of those. All right, so back to the game. We do have our chain gun, our shotgun, and of course the pistol. So why don't we go ahead and see who's coming next. I suspect it's a Kako and a pain element. If you need some health, there's some health here. Oh, there we are. So let's grab our chain gun that we picked up from the chain gunner, along with some bullet packs. And we can go ahead and dispose of those enemies without taking too much damage, so we're not too bad. This is the blue key door, as evidenced by the blue torches. You'll need the blue key. I'll show you how to get the blue key. We don't have it, and it's not available to us quite yet. Okay, well, the Kako hasn't come out to play, and that's fine. We will dispose of the Kako later. We'll move on to this little area here. You can see on the floor there are 3 indents in the door, in the floor rather. As soon as we approach a little bit, 3 imps as a trap will pop up. Not that dangerous, but just so you know about it, there are some stim packs here if you need. This isn't a switch, it's just a gate, really, a bar. Oh, there's the Kako. To the teleporter behind, and I'll show you how to lower that door, that gate, in order for us to access that teleporter. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Don't go too close because there is a lift that goes down there. We're not ready to go down to that level quite yet, so let's just nimbly go up to the switch, make our way to the teleporter. And now we're in that area. Do hit this switch here. It will allow as I recall, the blue key to descend, and we'll be able to reach that. Certainly, if you've taken a health beating, grab your Berserk pack. It's also good, as you know, for pickies and specters. Pick up some ammo. There is a secret in this room. We're not going to get it yet because it does open up a whole area. So we want to do the areas one at a time. That's just my own personal preference. You may have difference. Let's go ahead and just take on some of these enemies while we're up here due to the teleporter. And there should be some some shotgunners rather. I wouldn't go too close to the sides, frankly. As you can see, there's a Baron shooting as well. Don't go too close through this bridge. Because the enemies below can kind of hotshot you, and you can't really do much to shoot them, which is a bit frustrating. So for the moment, I think we're fine for now. I don't think anybody's going to come follow us. So now it is time to explore the lower level. So we'll have our trusty shotgun ready. There will be some shotgunners and some imps ready for us, along with some chain gunners, a Kako, and some other enemies, and I'll show you as we go. So let's go ahead, go straight down, try to take care of the shotgunners without getting too hurt. There's one chain gunner there. And there's an imp here and another chain gun. So why don't we go ahead? That worked out quite splendidly. If you don't have any plasma, do grab some. The red key is here. We will need to teleport in. We can't reach it yet. I'll show you how to do that. Grab whatever ammo you need. And our catful friend is here waiting for us. There's a pain elemental who has probably just floated away down the hall. As soon as we cross the threshold over here, that wall will open up and some specters will pop out. But in the meantime, why don't we go ahead and dispose of the pain elemental? She is here to fight, so let's take care of her first. Lost souls goodbye. So perhaps the regular shotgun will do. Let's trigger the specters just so we dispose of them. A few more shots from the regular shotgun will do. If you need some health, there's a health pack in there. So if you see on the ceiling, there are some structures there. There's a couple shotgunners beyond. Those are actually crushing ceilings. So as soon as you walk beneath any of these, they will come down and crush. So why don't we go ahead and avoid those for now, because we'll be dancing around mostly from imp fire at this point. There are 3 imps, I think, or 4 imps in there. So let's try to dispose of them with the regular shotgun. As soon as we have no more firing, we know they're done with. Okay. I will activate the crushers later just for the fun of it, but for now, let's just keep moving along. There are some fairly well-placed imps in this map, in the goo. Don't fall in. I haven't found a way to get out of the damaging acid floor. So if you fall in, I think that's the end for you. You got to restart. So try to avoid that for sure. The last end around the corner here. Now this door is again another door for the blue key, which we don't have yet. There is a secret here. We'll get to it. Here we'll get to it. But first, let's take care of business. As soon as we press that switch, this bridge will lower. This platform, I guess, will lower. So I would run off to the left, as you see it now, and jump back onto the other side so you don't fall into the mess. So why don't we go ahead, jump over here, and as you can see, it all lowers down. So we have a series of teleporters. There's one here, and there's another one up there to be explored. We'll explore it now by first tagging this secret. Let's pick up all the health and armor bonuses, shall we? Always nice to pick up. Counts towards the 100%. Take the teleporter. This takes us to where we were fighting with the imps. Another secret is revealed by tagging it here. Grab your backpack. It's always nice to have the ability to pick up more ammunition. So press on the wall here. Reveals a partial teleporter anyway. It allows us to get back. Step off slightly, because there is a teleporter here waiting for us. Jump on it. If you remember this room, this is where the red key was. It's right behind us. You can't see it, so you just have to back up a little bit. And yes, now we have the red key, so we're all good there. Go ahead, grab a little bit of ammo. And I'll just show you the last teleporter. Just takes us back, if I recall anyway, to the main area. Right, where the other teleporter is. And now we can, if you want, we can activate the crushing ceiling. Sure, why not? Right, so if you walked under those while you're dancing around with the imps, you might get crushed. I tend to just leave them for the end. It's up to you. So this area looks to be pretty cleared as far as I can recall anyway. So let's head back up and continue on our slog. We can, I think we'll first go up here. We do have the red key. Let's make our way across. There will be some for Marine. There are some zombie men this way, so let's take care of them. And there will be some enemies here, just a few, but they were able to take pot shots from below. And there is the blue key, as I promised when we hit that switch. It's now available to us. It was all the way higher up. You couldn't reach it, you couldn't jump over. So that's the only way to get the blue key. So now we have that. Why don't we go ahead and move our way back to where we need to continue. So I think, personally, before we move on to the blue key, I like to take care of this secret. It releases a Baron and some other enemies, but it also releases, it allows you to pick up the chain gun and the BFG, which, and I think there's 4 of them. It's an embarrassment of riches, frankly, as far as plasma goes, but if you want to use those weapons, this is the way to get it. So it's on here. As you see, we've already been here. There was a shotgun pack there and so on. But the secret is here. I like to dance around the Baron. This is a pretty tight spot. So you can either dance by jumping back in the teleporter and fighting him through here, or going around him and going to get the rocket launcher and or the BFG up there. There's also a soul sphere. So I tend to try to go around. Oh, I guess he's... Oh, there he is. Okay. Grab the rocket launcher, and now why don't we just go ahead? Sure, why not? So there's a soul sphere. Do grab it. And a whole bunch of BFGs. So if you don't have the BFG, this is a nice weapon of choice. And if you don't have that much plasma, well, 4 BFGs will give you some for sure. So by doing that, of course, it's a secret area. It opened up this area as well. Now, this is, I think, really the only time I use the BFG, just for the fun of it. There's like an ungodly amount of imps around this corner, so just kind of zapping them with the BFG takes care of them efficiently, instead of just going through the slog of the shotgun or with the rocket. I just like to go ahead, maybe a second blast, why not? I mean, plasma here is ridiculously overgiven, and that's okay. Pick up the rockets. I don't tend to use many of those, but it's always nice to have, just in case. And now we're done with this area. We can go back out. Yes, we'll take the teleporter. So we can take the blue door down here. There's also the blue area down below. But why don't we go ahead and take this area first. There's a few enemies here. Nothing too difficult. Some shotgunners, some zombie men, and some imps. Again, they were seemingly more annoying from above because they were able to shoot from down here. Go ahead and press this switch. And we grab a little bit of ammo. And we head out this way. There's a pinky waiting for us, and there will be some enemies down below. Imps and shotgunners and that sort of thing. So why don't we just go ahead and dispose of them. And since we have the invisibility, why don't we go ahead and just finish off the imps in this immediate area. Just so we can, for the sake of doing it, why not? There's a teleport over there. We're not going to be doing that quite yet. So there is a mega armor there. I'll just show you. You just have to kind of casually make your way back up to the edge, and gently fall down, and that should do it. Yes, and I landed right on the mega armor, and that's how you pick that up. So like I said, we'll wait for the teleporter. We're not ready to use that yet. I don't believe there's a chainsaw yet in this in the master level, so this is the first one, so let's pick that up. And we'll head around this way. There are some zombie men and some imps. We did have some protection with the partial invisibility, but I think once we're down here, there's only a couple of enemies left by the time that wore out. And a Spectre. So let's dispose of the Spectre. We're all good there. The yellow key, there's no button to press it down that I'm aware of. So the only way to do it is you have to kind of like run, skip, and jump, but not jump technically, but run, and make your way onto this ledge without falling over it, and then making your way basically over here and then gently falling down. So why don't we go ahead? I have found that it's a bit tricky. I go into this corner. I aim for, as you can see, 1, 2, 3. I aim for the third, I don't know, post, pillar design, and try to hold up short on the ledge. Let's see if I can just do it in one shot. It looks like I can. Let's fall down. And now we have the yellow key. So we have all three, and that's a good thing. There is a secret here. Why don't we go ahead and take it while we're around? We're pretty blessed with our stuff right now, but the secret is revealed. Another soul sphere, which is nice. Some more plasma, and a teleport. So now we can go ahead. We can take this teleporter that we left behind for the moment, and this takes us back to this familiar area. There is another blue door area, of course, to do, and that, you may recall, was back here, where the crushing ceiling was. We can make our way over to this door. Yes, it also has the blue key. So let's take inventory. Where are we at right now? So we have all 5 secrets and all the items, so we just have some enemies to dispose of. There will be some here. They're going to be mostly below. But why don't we go ahead and dispose of them? We can just pick out the imp here. I think it's a pinky or a spectre around the corner. Pinky. So we'll take care of the pinky. Grab the rat suit, because below is the green damaging floor, and you only have 1 rat suit. So why don't we go ahead? I switched to the chain gun because we're going to be running along a narrow platform. We can't really dodge the fireballs from the imps. As you see, you need both the red and the yellow key to do this area. So we have, now there we go. That's the reason I took the chain gun, but I didn't fire, so that's not good. If you need the plasma rifle, it's right there. Go ahead and press the switch though. And now, while that area is raising up, do have some enemies to confront. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Caco and an imp is all that remains back here. And unless I'm mistaken, yeah, that's it. So we do have everyone. The exit is just above there. And here's the last teleport we take. Now, unfortunately, that means we have to go all the way back through, but not too big a deal. Why don't we go ahead, avoid the crushing ceilings. Anyway, you know the routine. We have to head back to this blue door. The rad suit is now expired, so we can't fall into the goo again. But that's okay. If we're careful along the elevated catwalks, we should be just fine. So we'll just go back to where we press that switch down here to get those levels to raise. They have raised now. So if we just carefully make our way around this maze elevated catwalk so we don't fall into the damaging goo below, we'll be able to finish off the map because the exit is just beyond those 4 or 5, I guess, red and yellow bars to raise, which we have. Final recount, yes indeed. All 117 kills, all 5 secrets, all 24 items. You do know what that means? Oh yes indeed. We are done. So that was the Garrison from the Master Levels. A fun map. I do realize at the first time you play, you don't realize you have to keep doubling back, but that's a fun little feature. Not the most difficult map, I don't think. It was still fun to play. I personally think there's way too much ammunition ultimately in this map. I didn't use it because I think you can probably once you get the BFG, you can probably BFG your way through the whole map with all that plasma, which is not very challenging. So I don't do that. But other than that, I guess it's better to be more generous than not, and you can restrain yourself if you want to make it more challenging. But yeah, that was the Garrison, and I do hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. If you found it interesting, fun, maybe some good tips, some good tricks, then yeah, hit that subscribe button and you won't miss any further videos that I upload. But for now, that's it for Classic Doom walkthroughs, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much.